All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahat, Rakha, Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the one-third, and Lord's will. This will be edifying to the hopeful elect and the one-third and sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahat, Rakha, Kodash. All right. And Thawadia Bashem El Shai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, the demon core. And I put in parentheses Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Okay, and just give me a second. All right, just want to make sure that we are live. Audio is good. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. We'll do it like this. All right, so Thawadi Abashim Al Shai. So last night I came across just some information. It's nothing, well, it's new to me, okay? And it may be new to some of you younger brothers and sisters as well as myself. But you have the term called the demon core, okay? Now, if you're wondering what the demon core is, at first you're going to think it has to do with something like demons or apparitions. But in actuality, what the demon core was a main component, all right, that Esau Edom was using to construct what you know as atomic or nuclear bombs today, okay? And they actually coined it the demon core because so many men, got injured or died just in the conception of it, okay? And this is what they literally called it, the demon core. And I found that very, very edifying, very spiritual. Now, what I'd like to do first, let's backspace. So here's the demon core right here. Okay, it says the demon core was a spherical 6.2 kilogram, 14-pound subcritical mass of plutonium. Okay, which plutonium, uranium. All right, those are key elements. Okay, those are key elements that you need to create what you know as a atomic, hydrogen, or nuclear bomb. But the Bible speaks about this as well. So this is what this lesson is going to be based about. Okay, the prophecies that are written in the scriptures, okay, of a nuclear destruction in the Third World War. This is how Babylon the Great will be destroyed. It will be destroyed by the hands of Esau through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. But the Lord, all right, gave him this ability to ultimately create a weapon of mass destruction that will destroy him and his empire. So what I'd like to do first, okay, is I'd like to jump right into Isaiah, okay, 54, okay? Let's go into the prophetic scriptures. We are in the time of prophecy, and prophecy will be fulfilled as many other prophecies has been fulfilled. This is Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I, as in Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Now look at this is the instrument, okay? This is a part of the instrument. When you go and you look, all right, the demon core, okay, these are the scientists, all right, these are the wise men of Teman, okay, and so on, and these are the things that they create, okay. In actuality, let's even put in let me get another one. Let's put in ICBM. I prefer Google, so I'm gonna go to Google on this one real quick, just very quickly. I don't want to make this too long. ICBM missiles, because you actually have people that claim for this to not be true. Okay, this is true. Okay, this is the instrument created. Okay, these are the instruments created for destruction. Now, real quick, I want to show you something in the NLT. I like this one. Watch this. I have created the blacksmith, or what you would call now a scientist, a rocket scientist. There's a physician, a physicist, okay, chemist. All those terms are used to search out, all right, the proper measurements of certain elements to create this nuclear or atomic blast, all right, because ultimately what they're creating is power, all right. They're creating power. These nukes, all right, are going to represent and house, all right, the spirit of Yahweh. Okay, so the Lord has given Esau the ability to take certain elements to, if you will, manufacture on a small scale the power that Yahweh possesses. Okay, because let me read this first and I want to go more into it. I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And I have created the armies that destroy. And the nukes are also an army. This is what's talking about in Joel. All right, there is none like them, and there will be none like them. Okay, so this is what it's talking about. All right, the Lord has given Esau the ability to create the power of Yahweh on a small scale to ultimately destroy himself, man. You know, I found this very high level because and I recommend you brothers, you know, you check this out, man. It was very edifying. I watched it last night and it had nothing to do with what I thought it was. You know, and look, they even have a movie which I pray I can watch soon. All right, there's John Cusack. So, you know, they have these movies out. They got the Demon Core, they got Fat Man, a Little Boy. I believe these might be the same movie. So, you know, it's very spiritual because like this man who he's playing, he died by just barely touching it. Okay. And that reminds me of how the Most High said, no man can see me and live. So the Lord, all right, when you think about these nukes, when you think about the prophecy, you have to understand that that is going to be, when the nukes come, that's going to be like Yahweh himself. Because watch this. Let's go to Jeremiah. I want to show you something. It's really on my spirit to express how when these nukes go off, all right, you have to understand they're going to represent the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The Lord has given Esau the technology to manufacture instruments that are going to usher in power as if it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai himself. Now watch. Jeremiah 30:7, alas, because you always hear elders speak about how what the Most High Spirit is going to be in those nukes, and it will, because fire is a spirit, power is a spirit, and those all come from the Father of spirits. All right, so Esau is literally bottling up a spirits of power to destroy himself. You know, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. All right. With the time that we're coming into, there will never be a day like the destruction coming. This is going to be worse than the first death. Okay. This is going to be worse than the first death. It says, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The he being the elect, because the elect are the only remnant of the nation of Israel that represent Israel in a pleasing manner to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Now I want to show you something. So when it says that day is great, let's see. Let's go into this. So it said that day is great, but look at that day is going to be like God himself. Okay. God himself. You see? So let's get Malachi real quick. Let's build this up in the spirit. So God himself, right? Malachi 4:1. What does it say? All right. Now, doesn't it say the Most High is a consuming fire? So Esau has been given the ability to create an instrument that will house, if you will, okay, the characteristics of what the spirit of Yahweh could do to man, and it's going to do it, okay? It's going to do it. Watch. Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and not an oven, all right, like you have in your house or apartment or your electric stove. You know, we're talking about the ancient ovens, the forge, okay, when they would burn metal, all right, and bang iron and, you know, things of that nature. You see, very hot, that shall burn as an oven. So it's going to be even hotter than any oven that man has been able to use. Think about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Remember that furnace? And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. And that is going to be through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay? Because the Most High is a consuming fire. So the Lord gave Esau the ability to create, all right, a instrument or mechanisms that can only represent an inkling, okay? An inkling. This is why it's going to be over 200 million, okay? Because this is a representation of the power of the Lord. And I want to say this, and why do I keep saying that? Because in the construction of what you call the demon core, men died by like he was holding it, and it tipped, it just nicked. He nicked it, and they said in that split second, he received more of a blast than Hiroshima and Nagasaki in a split second. And then the men that were around him, they died years later just from being in the same room. You cannot tell me that the Lord did not give Esau, okay, on a very small scale, but to us, high level. The Most High, the power, Allah Shaddam, right? Yahweh, he gave Esau, this proud, dishonorable vessel, the ability to create, okay, the most powerful mechanism to ultimately destroy himself. But this isn't even compared to the power of the Lord, you see? But he's giving you an inkling of his power through these nukes, all right? And then when the blast went off in this room, it went bright blue, okay? Super deadly. This is the Lord, man, all right? This is showing you the Lord gave him a little idea of his power, and it's going to destroy him, you see? Now let's go and look right here. You see? Look at this. Boom. And that right there, they said that small touch, all right, he died within like, I don't know, like a couple days. He died in a few days after this, all right? Just from messing with this creation the Lord gave him, okay? So now let's go to this. This is Deuteronomy 4:23, and it reads, "Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of Yahweh Bashim Shai, your power, which he made with you, and make you a graven image, or the it says, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy power has forbidden thee. For the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous God." So if you had to compare the Most High to a fire that was on earth, then out of respect, the closest you could come to compare that fire would have to be nuclear. If you had to compare the Most High to a fire that man has constructed on earth, the closest respectively would have to be nuclear fire, okay? And what did they name this a fire that they were creating? The demon core. What is a demon? It's a spirit. See? Malignant, supernatural being. That is Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. A malignant, supernatural being. All right. And ultimately, a supernatural being, because he creates good and evil, right? He creates good and evil. So he created this evil device through Esau to destroy him, but to let you know the power you are dealing with. So when you hear how nukes are coming, you need to now start understanding how the Lord is coming. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai is coming. And these men, they couldn't even stand in front of this. Men died years later from being in the same vicinity of this, okay? The same vicinity of this, all right? And what does the scripture say if the Lord were to come on earth? Going back to Jeremiah 30, no day like it. It's going to be like God himself. Let's go to Job real quick. What does the scripture say if Yahweh Bashim Shai were to come onto earth? This is Job 34:14, and it reads, "If he," this is Elihu speaking, all right, about the Most High. "If he set his heart," what's heart mean? Spirit, right? "If he set his spirit upon man, if he gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, all flesh shall perish together, and man shall turn again unto dust." The Thanos effect, man. Do you hear that? The only way a man can explain this on a level today with technology would be nuclear. The only way you can explain the Most High as a spirit and his power, it would have to be nuclear. You see? So the Lord gave Esau the ability to create instruments that would represent the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai on earth. And it's going to be a destruction like never, ever before. Okay. And this is why we need to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Okay. We need to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Real quick, this is Hebrews 10. All right. And 31. Hebrews 10 and 31. And it reads, it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And in this movie, when he just touched this core, okay, his hand that he used to block the ray was damn near disintegrated, and then he died days later. Look, boom, he fell right into the hand, and he died days later, okay? Let's put demon core, look, deaths, all right? He died days later. These men died, all right, constructing an instrument that can, to the closest degree, be a small inkling to represent the power that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai possesses. These men died constructing an instrument just to show you the inkling of the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They died making this, man. Okay? So this gives us a different meaning, all right, to the nukes. And we understand these are instruments, all right, that were created for the Lord to show his power, his anger, and indignation. Man, bro. And this makes so much sense. So these men, they died standing in front of this, okay? They literally were hospitalized, you see? Hospitalized and then died. And then the man that visited one of these dying men, he died just standing next to the man that stood next to this. Whew. Let me show you something real quick. Let's go to Exodus. This should bring a greater respect to our power, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. And this proves we need a mediator. You can't go to the Father. You can't. If man couldn't stand in this room in front of something they created, you mean to tell me you could stand in front of the Creator? Man, Barak Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for Yahushai, man. This is Exodus 33 and 20. This makes a lot of sense. It says, and he said, thou cannot see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. He's talking to Moses, man. He said, you can't see my face and live. When these men seen the face of the blast of the demon core that they constructed through the Lord, they died. So this is what the Lord was telling Moses. These men are proud. They think they could stand in front of the Most High. And look what happened. The blue flash got them. True blue got them. Okay? And so much they deemed it the demon core. The demon core. You see? This spirit destroyed them and anyone around them. Okay? And anyone around them. Let's real quick. Let's get Ecclesiasticus. This proves, man, hey, the Lord is making Esau create instruments for vengeance, okay? Because ultimately these nukes are going to create what? Not only a blast, okay, but nuclear fire. And isn't the Lord a consuming fire? And isn't fire a spirit created for vengeance? So the Lord gave Esau the ability to create spirits of vengeance through flames of fire to destroy him. Man, oh man. This is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits, isn't the Most High a Father of spirits? There be spirits that are created for vengeance. They created this for vengeance, okay? They created this for vengeance. These were created for vengeance, okay? All of these, you see? Look, they got the pentagram representing Satan, and Satan works for the Most High. So who you think was giving Esau these ideas and abilities? Oh, they even have certain nukes called Satan. Let's get that real quick. So Satan, working with working for the Most High, what did he do? Working on the minds of men with the rest of the angels to come up with these. How Russia's Satan II nuclear missile. You have missiles called Satan, Shaitan, known as Satan by NATO. Okay. Warheads. In their heads, they do hurt. Okay, so the Lord is sending angels and on the left hand side, okay, to work on the minds of men and to create destruction. because it says in our kingdom there will be war no more. This is devastation. This is terrible. This hurts our planet. We don't need this in our kingdom. You see? So this is created to destroy Esau and his kingdom. So the Lord is sending Satan, right, and demons on the minds of man to create this, man. Whew. Whew. How exciting. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire, consuming fire, nuclear fire, radiation. Radiation is the Lord, man. Okay? Radiation, that power, all right? Radiation poisoning, that's a spirit. When you go into the dynamics of it, which we're not gonna, but when you go into the dynamics of the periodic table and how elements combined rightly and what they do, that's the Lord, man. So these nukes are Yahweh Bashem El Shai spirit, okay? And it says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, which the sword, the glittering sword being the nukes. Okay, the glittering sword being the nukes. So the Lord had the serpent create a sword to take his own self out, man. Wow. This is the Lord. Okay, this is Yahweh Bashem El Shai. And I found it so spiritual that they called it the demon core. All right, let's go to 2 Peter's real quick. All right, because you got to understand the Most High, if he put his spirit on earth, man would turn to dust. Men were being decimated by this spirit that they were able to create in here. They are creating, all right, a spirit in these vessels and these instruments, all right? They're creating a spirit of destruction and consuming fire in these vessels, man. Holy, I'm telling you, man, the Lord, that's the spirit of the Lord in there, okay? This is 2 Peter 3:10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The elements, all right, are what Esau bottled up, and what he's bottled up will melt you, because the Lord gave him an inkling of an ingredient to create a consuming fire that he can shoot from one end of the earth to the other. He has a certain amount of elements that he has been given the ability to house in a shooting device that will melt with fervent heat, okay? So he's going to be shooting a spirit of vengeance from one end of the earth to the other. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Yeah, we're to be here, what? Serving the Lord, man, to the best of the ability that he has given us, and praying that remember us in your day of anger. Have mercy on us when you judge this wicked world. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire, nuclear spiritual fire is going to be thrown around. Okay, this fire is not a fire that you light with a match, okay, or a lighter or gasoline. This fire is a series of ingredients that the Lord gave man to construct, so the Lord can show the power of his spirit that he can do to man if he walked on earth. Shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Man, the consuming fire is coming. The consuming fire is coming. And the Lord gave Esau the ability to create a godly consuming fire, while man calls it a nuke, or man calls it atomic. This is supernatural fire, okay? That they, in the conception of the creation, they died making it. I can't stress that enough. They died making what you know today to be the nukes. And they called it the demon core because it was just destroying anybody around it. You see? 14 pounds of plutonium the Lord allowed him to make, all right? To represent his spirit on a small scale. On a small scale. Let's get Revelations. I'm just going to get a few more and wrap it up. Man. This proves you can't stand in front of the Lord. If they couldn't stand in front of a core of plutonium, how much more the creator of that plutonium? And that was just 14 pounds of plutonium. Okay. We're talking about the father of spirits. All right. So these nukes will be shot off because that is the Lord's spirit in them. All right. On a small scale to him, but the highest scale of power to us as man in physical bodies. As man on physical bodies, this is the highest form that we can ever witness of the Lord's spirit walking the earth without complete destruction of existence. That's what these nukes are, man. Whew. So he's going to completely obliterate, all right, Babylon. Completely obliterate. That's why I said leaving neither root nor branch. It's as if the Lord is taking his hand and wiping it off the map. That's what he's doing. And that still won't compare to the almighty power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is why he said, man can't see me face to face. If you can't stand in front of plutonium face to face, all right, and live, how could you stand in front of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and live? This is why you have to go to the spirit world to see him. Oh my gosh. That's why it says he shall not meet thee as a man, and men shall die failing hearts. So if you died standing in front of plutonium, how much more dying in front of the presence of Yahweh Shai? We have to start understanding the power that we are serving. We need to start understanding the power, all right, that has chosen us. Okay? We truly serve the greatest power, man. There would be no power without the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Revelations 18:7 going into Babylon. It says, I'll start at 6. It says, I'll start at 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Oh, you power? Oh, you got power? Okay, let me show you my power. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her her double according to her works, and the cup which she has filled to her double. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, burned with nuclear spiritual radiation fire. A fire that was given to man to represent the power that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai possessed in the spirit. This is not your regular fire, okay? It said the Most High is a consuming fire, a spiritual fire, a fire that that when man attempted to create it, he died, okay? They didn't just say tink, 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 bang, 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 screw, 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 crush, 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 and here's a nuke. They died making these things, man. Because this is what happens when you deal with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Did not men die burning the wrong incense in the temple? Did not men die touching the ark that we're told not to touch it? This is the power we're dealing with. And then men died that sat at the deathbed of these dying men when they sat next to them. This is the left-hand side power of the Lord. Just like on the right-hand side, a woman was healed just touching Yahushai's garment. Jake just tried to stand in the shadow of Peter to be healed. A man was brought back to life touching the bones of Elisha. You can't tell me the power we're dealing with, it's not of this world. And if it came to this world, man would die in the presence of it. And this is what's going to happen with these nukes. You need to understand that these aren't just bombs. You need to understand the spiritual aspect of these nukes when they come. They're going to be a spirit, which proves that we will be protected. We will be protected as the Lord's spirit is devouring the wicked of man. This is why I said 1,000 shall fall on thy right hand and 10,000 on thy left, but it shall not come nigh thee. That plague. What is that plague? I got to get to. Baba Kashah, I got to get to. Let's go to Zechariah 14. I was just so amazed last night when I was reading this, I'm like, whoa, I never looked at nukes like this. It gives a greater respect to the power of the Lord, Now, real quick, we read that. Yep. We read that. Yep. We read that. Real quick. I don't want to make this too long. Let's go back. Let's go back to the KJV and let's get Psalms 91. Whew. Man, if you are not of the elect, you will not be protected, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be running wild out here, man. Running wild. So real quick, remember it said in Revelations we read about the plagues. Remember, we read about the plagues in Revelation, Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. This is what happened, man. Okay? This is what happened dealing with radiation. Okay? Let's see. Let's put in a person. Let's put nuclear blast. Let's see if we can find anything. Okay, look at this. Nuclear warfare. Their flesh shall consume away. Okay. Person, let's put in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Look at this. Okay. All right. Great destruction came, man, to where it was so bad their shadow was left. Look, a human shadow etched in stone from the blast. Okay? Etched in stone. Let's go back and read that again. It says their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Only the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai could do that, to make man's flesh consume away while he's still standing. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouths. Double meaning their vision for the future and their speech through the earth will be consumed away. We will no longer hear of Esau's vision and his words of wickedness. No longer, because the Lord is going to consume it up like that, man. Joel flowing. Joel 3 flowing. Okay, those armies flowing. All right. Real quick, I have to get it. I mean, go quick. I got to get out of here, but I have to get this. Joel 2. Just give me a second. Oh, that goes to the other book. Okay, so this should go to the chapter. Okay, got it. Real quick. This is Joel 2 and Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong that has not been ever the like. This is talking about the nuclear missiles in Revelation. What is a great people and strong? There has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it. This isn't talking about man. This isn't talking about Israel. This isn't talking about heathen. This is talking about nuclear ICBM missiles that will be used in the third war and destruction of Babylon and the counterparts thereof. Because then, and Ezekiel says that we should go through and destroy their weapons, and that they shall bleed their swords and the plowshares, and they shall learn war no more. Joel 2 is talking about nuclear missiles. Even to the years of many generations, a fire, a nuclear spiritual fire, devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. That's the instrument, the ICBM. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. This proves, because people have escaped house fires. People have escaped burning buildings. But can you escape the spiritual fire of vengeance of Yahweh Shemel Shai that will be in those nukes? Are they going to be able to escape? You're going to literally see fire grab people, man. You're going to see flames take people and consume them and muffle their screams with more flame and spiritual fire and more of it, man. Look at this. Like the noise, I'm jumping down. Like the noise of chariot, I just got to read 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. Revelations 9. All right. Revelation 6. I know Rev 9. It says, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Whew. Jump it down. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. This is the Lord in these missiles. This is the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai inside these instruments. In so much that as making it, they coined it the demon core. The demon-like power of this core of plutonium. You see? The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is going to be in them. An inkling of his power. Okay? It'd be disrespectful to say that that is all the power of Yahweh inside them. It's the highest level that man can see and still live on earth. That's how much the Lord has given them, you know? Just enough. Just something to warm them up, you know? Now, let's get this. Psalms 91, and I want the standard version. Psalms 91, real quick. I gotta go, but this had to be brought out through the Spirit. Psalms 91. Let's get that really quick. A couple more, and I'm done. Man, very edifying to sit back and understand. Whoa. This is Psalms 91, and let's see. Where do I want to start? This is Psalms 91 and 3. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. The noisome pestilence is the nukes. Radiation poisoning can kill you years later. That's a pestilence, man. All right, understand that. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, the nukes, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, the nukes. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Woo, man. But it won't come nigh us. Call Allah Yah Bashem Shai Bashem Krakadash. Two more, and I'm done. This proves that this is how the lake of fire will be created. So the consuming fire will have a fire burning, and you will think it is hell on earth. But hell will be swallowed up with it and burn on earth. Our hell will be swallowed up, and it will be burning as if what they claim hell is. Well, you will see hell over America. America will be turned into what you call hell. Revelations 21 and 8, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Who brought the first death? Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Who's bringing the second death? Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Just like how the Lord's Spirit flowed through that water and breaking the land, right? The Lord's Spirit is going to flow through these nukes and missiles to burn this place up. This is Revelations 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them, and the devil that created these nukes, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So the Lord's going to have them burn for a long time. America's going to burn for a very long time. That proves the Lord's indignation over this place is going to be hot and heavy. Revelations 20 and 14, and death and hell was cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. And as they were making the demon core, they said that they were tickling the dragon's tail. They were, so man, Esau knows that he was playing, all right, with a godlike power. He knows he's playing, all right, with some high level stuff, man. And what he has been given the ability to do is ultimately create the lake of fire, which will be on America through prophecy. This is how the legacy of America will end, through the demon core of destruction from the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And I pray through the spirit and power that you brothers and few sisters, you are edified and exhorted as I was. And I pray that this was very edifying to you as it was to me. Okay. And continue to pray. All right. And seek Yahweh Bashem Al Shai while he may be found, because the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. And he's truly going to use these missiles to show you his spiritual power on earth. All right. In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. All right. We are it. This is it, man. This is it. We are at the end. Last major prophecies are getting ready to come to pass. So I pray through the Spirit, you brothers and few sisters were edified as I was, and I'd like to say, Call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakwadash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect and the Lord's elect alone. Abad Babal. With that being said, Shalom.